to do, denying out both teams from ending the tournament early, starting on victory for at least another game. They didn't want to end in 16th place. That's what happened there. But we'll be back real soon for the final match here at Pmwc.
Wow, some last match ho gaya, bro.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever it becomes
एक साथ मिलके लाइक करो 40,000 लाइक पे चलती है
and S2G fan, but you know what? Al-Ula, they started off the day in 16th position and they are literally alone as their main team, right, able to keep the tournament going, getting rid of E-Arena, getting rid of S2G and keeping it going with those 22 points. Also,
Al-Ula
going to be loving it.
They are going to be loving
it. And S2G, ये table topper है.
In regards to the points, being able to secure 10 points, they're still, if for some reason, nobody
Nestor S2G table topper रहेंगे.
The smash roll after this
match होगा I guess
it will come down to the points. So this points that this squads are getting with S2G 15,
उसके बाद होगा
10, and then Nangshan Red Force as well with 7. They could
मेरे ख्याल से ऐसा point table होगा.
I mean, yeah, a lot of teams, you've got to realize that this is the right time to maximize all your eliminations to move you up on that leaderboard because that's some cash money, baby. But I mean, look, from this position, even from E-Arena, they were kind of going to lose this regardless.
SG had expect नहीं किया होगा कि इतना खतरनाक जाएगा ये मैच किसी ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया होगा
the entire time, so it was going to be denied, regardless of you know, sort of their movement in from that. But look, S2G and this situation flung into the air, obviously off and I'm very excited for this to happen. But look, we're going to have another one in this situation, and it's going to
मोई हो गया ना भाई. अपन कौन से second game से देखते आ रहे कि भाई क्या होगा. Last game तक आ गए.
Actually, that's where Nangshan Red Force won in PMMI. So actually,
exactly.
बाकी भाई लोग like करो and jewels लाने तो चलो.
Yesterday in Miramar.
अभी तो भाई OG and Godlike भाई उसके मारो खत्म करो भाई लॉबी. इतने ज़्यादा kills उठा पा रहे उठाओ.
But yeah, Nangshan Red Force, they've been able to showcase that they can actually win.
अभी all in चले जाओ भाई.
PMMI, but here as well in the finals, when we end up going to Miramar, when we end up going to the final match, Aurora found themselves a very in just an unfortunate situation, especially with the circle, with the rotation that this team had to make.
अब तो all in चले जाओ.
I have strong words for Aurora, which I will not be saying here. But just one play I'd like. Don't worry, I won't say it. Maybe later. No, I'm so confused because yes, it was a really difficult entry into zone. They couldn't really get a very easy way in. They were trying to thread through a couple of different teams there. But for me, they made that initial push in between E
भाई लोग क्या लग रहा है अगर वहाँ से स्मोक करके ये अगर स्लैम दे देती तो क्या होता? तो S2G मेरे ख्याल से विनर बन जाती. नहीं लग रहा आपको? अगर EA ने वो जो स्मोक पैथ बनाया वो पूरा स्मोक पैथ बना के गाड़ियां डाल देती और अलूला से फाइट ली थी EA और अलूला, पीछे से S2G आती, S2G जीत जाती, ऐसा हो जाता ना। कैसा दिमाग लगाया है भाई कि ना तुम जीतो ना हम जीते, दोनों फंस के मरते, ऐसा दिमाग लगाया है पूरा। माइक ऑफ नहीं, मैंने ये यहाँ का ऑफ किया है बस।
Instantaneous fight. Like I saw John for a second. He blinked and he missed the fight. Here we go. They go for the crash. Hyunbin cooking up that nade. Look at the nade. Push. They counter push onto Furia, and because of that, they don't lose a single player and barely take any damage. That is the Nongshim Red Force I want to see more consistently throughout this game. It goes to show that they have what it takes to be a champion, but sometimes it's a bit topsy-turvy. But Nongshim Red Force looking so good in that particular fight.
And this kind of thing, right, that I was talking about with Nongshim is like the presence of mind they have. Do you know how not panicked, how calm, cool, and collected you have to be to do that? And Nongshim coming into second place here. I mean, that it's so close behind S2G.
S2G right now in first place, a 7-point lead. Aurora Gaming in third place. E-Arena. Nobody else was able to join the Smash Zone here as we're going to be heading into the final match of PMWC at EWC 26. Galaxy 106 points. There's still a lot of money at stake here, Lace, between all these squads. Even if they cannot win a via Smash.
Yeah, need to take a look at Yumba and the way that they were able to move up this leaderboard from just a few games. You know, this is where the money happens, and it's incredibly exciting, obviously, moving into this. You know, obviously, we have a look at S2G, 154 points. If none of these sort of get into that position, they'll capitalize it. They have been getting those positions in late game to get those extra placement points, so it is looking good for them. But yeah, I've got to hand it to Massive. I'm feeling like a Nongshim. I feel like this is going to be the closeout. S2G have had 2 opportunities, and I said you only get 1, so the third one may not happen.
This is looking like one of the best finishes we have had at a global event for PUBG Mobile Esports. S2G Esports, we know they're going to be showing out, especially right now with the 7-point lead that they have. Nongshim Red Force showing that they can win via Smash Roll. They could be challenging as well, not just via the points. They could be challenging for the lane. Aurora Gaming, we know what that team is capable of, Max. In E-Arena, all they need is just one match, even if they have been kind of non-existent today.
Yeah, today's definitely been a bit of a slow one for the side of E-Arena, but look at the top of the rankings. 3 wins, 2 wins, and 2 wins for at the end Aurora Gaming and E-Arena. We've been threading the needle. We've been barely missing out on this smash ruling happening for these teams. But now, I feel like it's finally time to get the smash ruling on Miramar. These teams, sure, maybe a few fumbles here and there, but they're going to throw everything at the wall and hope it sticks. And finally become your PMWC 26 at EWC 26 Grand Champions. On the second page, Niptura, still more money is there to be gained.
And it's all still so close, right? So we're so used to seeing big gaps between these teams, but look at this. 98, Aura 98, Team Vitality 83, Alula 80 with that win coming in there. Massive jump for them, up into 13th place. And you know, when we are talking about that prize pool coming down to the final game here in Paris, we're looking at some really decent jumps up in that rank, jumps up in that prize pool. All these teams are going to be fighting.
I want to take a look at the top 5 players so far, though, because that MVP, it's not going to be coming from the winning team. It can come from a different team as well. But right now, it's none other. Usually we're used to talking about Hyunbin. Max, you might have a new player to fanboy over because Tizzy is popping off.
To be honest, out of all the players on this team, I'm really happy Tizzy has been, in particular this last game, got so much done in Miramar. Loving how he's been able to perform. Of course, Hyunbin, big fan of him. But Sleepy, the fact he's up here is quite surprising, but also not so surprising because his damage is very high because he is right, Niptura, usually a long-range player. Mini 14 DMRs, he's going to be using it, so that's going to be buffing up your damage quite a bit. But I got to say, quite surprising that Scarface is up there, knowing Ulf is quite low on the rankings.
I mean, I think it comes down to who's the clutch player in a team, right? Even if the team isn't doing too well, he can still be the one getting the most, getting the damage, getting that survival time as well. Scarface has often been a solo for that team. We've seen it from several teams, actually, where that last solo lasts until 3rd, 2nd place, gets that damage, gets those long-range shots, just trying to pressure teams. And so, in that way, yeah, it's probably pretty on par that, you know, they're on that MVP list.
Yeah, and I'm just going to be looking at those top 4 teams because those teams, I mean, any of those top 4 teams could end up winning it. Whether it's S2G, whether it's Nongshim Red Force, whether it's Aurora Gaming, even E-Arena. You know what? I'll scratch away that you have had a bad day, E-Arena, because right now, this is your moment to shine if you want to be able to lift that trophy. If Ravenclaw wants to win here again, but let's take a look at this head-to-head between Nongshim Red Force and S2G, and this is for today, and you can see which team has been performing better overall. It's none other than S2G.
Yeah, you might be saying the survival time is actually relatively close for the 2 teams, but the fact that with a similar survival time, the average placement point of S2G is an extra 2 ranks higher compared to Nongshim Red Force is highly impressive. They've been very consistent, of course. 3 chicken dinners throughout the entirety of the finals, were also looking good back in the group stage. I feel like S2G, if they just don't have those shaky finishes, I feel like they might be one of the most likely teams to end it with a smash.
Yeah, I was looking, we're looking at the pre-show, right? Looking at the head-to-head between Aurora and S2G, and I did say S2G, yes, they have those wins, but they're hot and they're cold, and today we've seen a different version of this team, a different side to them, one that's far more consistent, one that's always there, under pressure, in the top 5. It's really nice to see, Max.
In particular, you saw in the top 4, you had Aurora Gaming. Top, this has been his dream for years and years and years, and he's finally on the brink once again. Is the curse of the 2nd place going to come back to haunt him, or can he finally wrap it up and get that win?
It's going to come down to what kind of circle they're going to be getting. Are you going to be getting blessed, or are you going to have to just fight your way through all the way to that win so you can lift that trophy? S2G, Nongshim Red Force, Aurora Gaming, and E-Arena. Any of those 4 teams can win it as we're heading to the final match, the final Miramar of Pmwc at EWC 26. Hot Jukes, John Allen, take it away.
The sword of Damocles swings both ways, and 4 teams now stand atop the pack. Their chance to make history here in Paris and crown themselves the champions with 1
to doubt लग रही सामने पुश मारना होगा तो ऐसा देखते होंगे ऐसा बोल के पुश मारते होंगे ब्रो मुंह खोलते ही नहीं है बोलते ही नहीं है कुछ किसी को नॉक दिया तो सारा ऐसे इशारा बोल ऐसा अरे एक स्माइल नहीं देखी मैंने पूरे टूर्नामेंट में ना एक मुंह से बोलता हुआ कुछ देखा ब्रो चुपचाप खेल रहे अपना गेम एंड टेबल पे टॉप पे बैठे समझ के बाहर है भाई क्या कर रही है कैसा कैसा खेल ले रहे भाई आपने देखा क्या किसी का ऐसा मुंह से कुछ बोलता हुआ देखा किसी ने भाई क्या टीम है जब भी कैमरा आता है सब साइलेंट एक दूसरे को देख भी नहीं रहे सब अपना अपना मोबाइल में देख रहे ये देखो ये टीम होती है ये देखो आपस में बातचीत कर रहे हंस रहे स्माइल दे रहे भाई वो बोलते ही नहीं कितना 100 बार कैमरा गया 100 बार मैंने देखा एक बार में कुछ अभी भी जाएगा देखना चुपचाप होंगे आराम से बैठे होंगे भाई सीधा वहां के गेम के अंदर गन लो पे लो सबको
वेलकम सभी वेलकम
सिनर्जी अरे हाँ ना भाई प्लेयर है भाई साइलेंट किलर बोल सकते हैं अपन
or the other. And there are still so many squads that can win this. 4 in particular, all in the smash zone. That's going to be the ones that we are going to be keeping an eye on locked. Because I guarantee one of them's going to be taking home $500,000. Second place, $250,000.
$500,000.
This arena. This is what everybody came for. Not second place. Not a good tournament, a world title. 1 game left, and somebody is about to play the most important match of their life. This is it, folks. PUBG Mobile World Cup at Esports World Cup 2026 live in Paris. We're about to drop into our final match.
Miramar will be the final arena that our gladiators will take to.
Let's go!
For your entertainment.
Final match start.
One last match.
Some noise.
Jai Mata Di. Let's enjoy. Let's have some good vibes.
sends us over.
चलिए
फटाफट लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब
चलो यार एक इंडियन टीम का चिकन डिनर ही आ जाए लास्ट गेम जो टेबल टॉपर जीता वो जीता
rankings right now. S2G, Nongship Red Force on top. If this
दिखा दो
goes to points, they are by far your favorites right now. E-Arena, such a threat though. All it takes is the win, and honestly, it's what they need. They have to win this if they want to be crowned your champions.
21 points behind S2G right now. Yeah, they definitely need to get a chicken dinner on side to win this tournament and give that 3-time title over to Schweppes. Allow Ravenclaw to be that winning coach, transitioning from that player role. It would be a beautiful story, but E-Arena have given us cause for pause. And we think
फाइनली ये कर लेते हैं
potential to take home those chicken dinners. They have had the highest scoring chicken dinner of any team pretty much ever at this level of Pubg Mobile, but it has not been seen for a while. Maybe the pressure will be able to turn things around for them. At the moment, I'm seeing Aurora pretty close to Flash, though, on the hot drop, potentially in the south.
Well, speaking of the south, that's where we're headed. The zone going all the way down south. Teams are going to have to get looted up and get moving. It's Reefus with the Winchester. No way he starts this off like this. Oh, mighty close. Team Flash getting away with that. Uh-oh.
Aurora, nahi.
Fire there from Win. Just say, hey, calm down with that Winchester, buddy. All right? You better wait till end game to get that going.
All right. I do love the Winchester. There's more damage coming on, and this is, again, Aurora harrying the retreat here for Team Flash. Team Flash, who have managed to find some late in the day points to send them up the tables. Trying to compete with that middle pack. They are right in and amongst it in the thick of that 5th through
उसके बाद अपने आप अपना चालू करते हैं भाई
in the middle to try and jump up on the prize pool. Tens of thousands
तब
of
तक जो लोग नए हैं लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा गाइस
The prize pool jumps significantly every single placement. And
लॉस जोन गया लॉस में कोई टीम ही नहीं है
do for the final time. Get in the game, get into
ये
that
देखो जोन
lucky
देखो
spin and drop one of those exclusive
लॉस का जोन है लॉस में कोई टीम ही नहीं है
PMWC
लूट के मार के गॉडलाइक ले लो हाई ग्राउंड ले लो लॉस का बात खत्म कोई नहीं है
looking at these leaderboards, top 4 looking pretty much as a lock at this point, right? I mean, we're going to see these top 4 in that range, right?
Yeah.
The difference is just where are they going to end up? Just a reminder, folks, this is a $3
लास्ट में गया या इसमें जो चिकन लिया टॉप 4 में से वो जीता अगर 5th से लेके 16 में से कोई चिकन लिया तो जो टेबल टॉपर रहेगा वो जीतेगा
First place $500,000, second place $250,000, third $150,000, and fourth $120,000. So all 4 of these teams are going away with a whole bunch of cash. But there's a whole lot more at the tippy top.
The chicken dinner to these 4 teams is worth $375.
110 मुश्किल है अपनी टीम नहीं पहुंच पाएगी अपनी टीम मैक्सिमम 90 100 टच कर सकती है अगर चिकन मारा
and nobody wants to step a foot out of gonna turn around and
अकेला पकड़ लिया
Tiamba a little bit ahead of the curve and down they go. Finding that first elim, first blood has been drawn.
Really big games. It's just that consistency that seemed to plague them here. For their first time at a World Cup, it's so difficult to face a challenge like this. I think they definitely I think time will definitely show them, and they'll get that seasoning going, and we'll see them rank up the leaderboards in the future for sure.
I've also loved watching 4 Thrives over the course of this tournament.
Yes.
Topping their group stage, able to do a lot of work and really impressing here. Currently in 6th place, a chance to jump up to 5th place in that, as I said before, that 5th to 11th place melee. They are very much in flux. But what I think the most important story for me when it comes to 4th Thrives is that it was not a flash in the pan performance back in PMGO. They have managed to improve and consistently keep that improvement under their belt. There have been times where they've got a little crazy with it. I have to say, back in those group stages, some crazy flex outs. One springs to mind over on that military finish that they were on the south side of the runway and just going for it. But absolutely impressive stuff for this 4th Thrives roster. They should be so proud to be able to put this sort of a record down on this tournament. And I'm sure we'll be seeing them again.
Knock हो गया.
That's
Push
for
मार
sure.
देंगे.
I want to see almost all
Last
these
game
teams
है ना,
stay
push मार
together. I
देंगे
mean,
ये
this was one heck of a
इनको फर्क ही
tournament.
नहीं
I think
पड़ता.
every single squad here, for the most part, has what it takes. It's just a matter of time here. It's really tough though when you deal and face some of the best teams in the world that have been doing it for so long. And we're starting to see Ulf get into it with OG. Battle ringing out. Here we go.
Nice one, Vizor, बढ़िया.
Can put that MVP title on the
Nice,
card as well, because two of his teammates are down. He's going to need to come up big. Him and Aaron playing off of one another. Two titanic forces on the inside of the compound against 3 players from Orangutan total. I don't know if they're all here in the fight though, but Ketch will get flushed away. And they are now, all 3, looking to take this fight. Aaron on the outside, but Scarface.
Nice one, Ray. ये बढ़िया. हो गया. अरे क्या हो गया?
OG gonna get 4 eliminations.
मार दिया, OG ने मार दिया. ये उनके एंड से था, उनके एंड से था.
All for this tournament. Give him a round.
उनके एंड से, ये उनके एंड से, अपने एंड से नहीं है, पक्का अपने एंड से नहीं है.
All things considered, I think people may have expected more from this roster coming into this tournament. 10th place, likely slipping down further than that as well. Not what they were aiming for, but they did manage to qualify alongside their countrymen. And again, there is so much potential there. So much star power. So much still left to give. But they can't give it here. It's done for them.
That is it. Gives teams like Aura vitality, opportunity to push themselves further.
मत बताओ ना भाई लोग, मत बताओ ना, अगर यहाँ कोई डाल रहे हैं ना, मत बताओ, प्लीज मत बताओ.
As this is one insane
मैं चैट ही नहीं देख रहा, फिर तुम लिखते रहो, मैं चैट ही नहीं देख रहा. मेरे को मैं अपना देख रहा भाई, मैं चैट बंद कर रहा हूं. मैं चैट देख ही नहीं रहा भाई. मेरा क्यों मैं फुल निकालूं भाई? नहीं देखता. मैं मैच के बाद ही देखूंगा.
Just a quick flashback for everybody that missed it. PUBG Mobile, Macau Invitational not too long ago.
Last game है भाई, देखने दो.
Nangshan Red Force smashed in the last
OG ने 4 मारे, बढ़िया.
They have been here before. They felt this pressure and they succumbed it, made it, and that is what you gotta do. So out of all the teams in this lobby, Nangshan Red Force, they know what it feels like to be here.
They have borne this burden before.
S2G and Godlike दोनों सेंटर में वैसे.
Raise that knee off the ground and shrug like Atlas, the weight of the
Admino
world.
अकेले power Soumya सारे के compound
On the
लेके
western
बैठे.
side, they are behind Aurora, direct competitors, and we're going out all the way east. It's a long road, but I tell you who's already at the end of it, S2G. In the shadow of the Labendita crater right now on the southeast side, Jukes, they may have another opportunity here. They have had so many in these last few games to find those smashes. Is this the one? But they have to fight against Godlike for the compounds.
Here they go, folks. S2G battling it out with Godlike. Kamikaze getting caught by the nade. A devastating blow. Finish. It's S-Power looking to crush the dreams of S2G.
Another.
Hi.
The dreams for S2G and Turkey.
Nice one.
May have it all dashed here. Has lost the last to stand. God Power putting an end to the run, but he's still got one more player. A little bit of fire left in the heart, but it is not.
अभी vitality 40 मार this push.
Done.
W's.
A massive blow to the lobby. So clutches, and they go out.
Now we've seen what he can do with these names. Can he do it again?
Looks good.
T24 still launching himself forwards. This is a madman.
Nice power. बढ़िया.
This man is a one-man army putting in the work for eliminations. He's finding the angle.
Nice on the power.
It's S-Power, baby.
1v1.
We sample mark here.
Power.
S-Power.
Power.
A king amongst kings. They
can't
make that top spot, but my God, they can give it a thrill.
1v4 है power का. चल एक और power, let's go.
The stuff. He's got what it takes. And refusing to go down here in the last match of this
जो
tournament.
पावर एक 1v1 सीधा 1v4 हो जाएगा. Kill चोरी हुआ अपना.
Meanwhile, teams across the board are making their way to the zone. 3 teams still in that smash potential. Nongshim have lost a player. Through all of that chaos, they are down to 3. Aurora out on the western side. North Hills have lost Leonas. E-Arena, they're in the shadow of La Bendita. Right near to this fight on the northwest side of this, where S2G used to be.
OG आ
Now
गई.
has to deal with Orangutan.
But this man is I'm telling you, by himself.
Nice try रे बाबा, nice try.
Finally shutting down the monster that is S-Power.
पुश मारने ही पड़ते क्योंकि और एक टीम में पुश आ गया. OG का पुश आ
A
गया.
final breath within the lobby. And Admino now, the Lone Ranger for Godlike, to try and ladder up. Maybe jump past.
OG versus Godlike versus 40. 1v2
here. Orangutan looking to do the same, but they've only got 2 players. You can see off in the distance though, a crash from E-Arena, moving over towards Ida. Ida really not being providing of much resistance over the course of these finals.
यहाँ पे ये भी मर रही है.
They'll be able to find it. Finally digging deep, and down goes Schweppes.
The top teams are getting devastated. Nongshim Red Force lost a player, and now it's Ida. Oh, but Joker shuts down Darkin. A huge 1v1 play keeps his team alive, and it looks like they're going to hold on to 3 for now.
Nade over. Swain cooking a nade. Wants to answer.
Doesn't
connect with it. Darkin off in the distance. Emre also still in action, but not quite on the angle. Bad bounce, doesn't quite find it. Godlike do get eliminated, but there's one underfoot. Dashes back with the MG3. Needs to find something. Needs to get a big cannon spray down, but not to happen. Emre now, the last for Ida, and he's completely off in the distance. No way he can get back to this. So
Because right now they're still at the top of
भाई
the
S2G
leaderboard
play
here.
कर जोगी सब
It's
मर
just
जाओ.
these teams below them that can surpass them. They have a little bit of a point gap. But Nongshim Red Force, Aurora, and E-Arena
Aurora
are
अकेली
still
टीम है जो
alive
4 मैन
and
है.
they're pushing
Smash
points.
के
E-Arena
हिसाब से.
already has 4. But they are down a player.
that they are. And on the northwest side, we said before, to win this one, it's likely a chicken dinner needed for them. Aurora with 4 players alive, but they have got the blue zone biting at their heels right next to Horror.
अरोरा पे पूरा चांस है रे जीतने का, पूरा
They
चांस
will
है.
need to push up a little bit further.
And we have some hearts and W's for power.
Into the fight. In the meantime, IQ, the last player alive for 4 thrives. This has been a devastating position for so many, and IQ wants to dish out a little bit more pain here. Around the corner, spots the shotgun-wielding player from Orangutan, but nobody steps out through the threshold, goes for it, darts it, and nobody's connecting. Jukes, they're not figuring out whose turn it is.
IQ putting in the work there with the shotgun, ends up getting some more shots on the whiz.
Ante.
Nice. IQ making the plays.
अच्छा मारा.
Next circle coming on in as well. The circle shrinks pretty central here. Does not favor
Aurora
or Nongshim Red Force. 2 of
right,
really crucially placed teams, but gives E-Arena a little slither of it on that western side. The difficulty for E-Arena though, the surround on their position by those roads.
They
act like rivers on Miramar, very frequently finding it very difficult to get across.
अरोरा पे पूरा चांस है रे जीतने का. मार किया.
Let's see if they can hang on. They know they need to do more if they want to take this tournament. Meanwhile, S2G just having to wait and watch. Hope that they did enough and can hold on and take this tournament.
6 मारे, OG ने 4 मारे.
This zone though, providing
थोड़ा
very
climb किए रहेंगे.
difficult. Enigma Galaxy Coops ends up getting caught out. And he is out of the game. Enigma Galaxy gonna have to do it with 2 players remaining.
S2G, despite being out, may still be able to hold on. If the 3 competing teams go down, Nongshim have to go down first.
And that's भी 3 मैन है, ये भी 3 मैन है.
Side, their approach is not the easiest.
नीचे से कोई चांस नहीं है कोई आके जीत जाए.
I mean, it could be that S2G didn't need a single point in this game.
It's possible. but 7 points. 7 points will 100% guarantee Nongshim Red Force.
मेरा नेट नहीं गया, उनका क्या है?
7-point game from their position on the southwest side. I mean, it's difficult. Lord trying to survive for Enigma Galaxy. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride in these finals. They've always been present, they've always been relevant, but have not been able to find those clutch moments, those glimmers of greatness that really step you up to those top spots.
Hello, आ गया मैं.
Man, great tournament overall.
भाई लोग ये क्या कर रहे हैं? तुम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? एक बार हार्ड स्पैम कर दो, चलो. फुल हार्ड स्पैम कर दो. चैट को हैंग कर दो पूरा. 2 मिनट के लिए चैट क्या मैंने बंद कर दी, तुम लोग लीक कर रहे थे तो. फुल हार्ड स्पैम कर दो, दिखना ही नहीं चाहिए कोई चैट. सिर्फ हार्ड्स दिखनी चाहिए. सिर्फ हार्ड्स कर दो. मैं रिफ्रेश मार लेता हूँ, बाय चांस मेरे एंड से वो सही हो जाएगा.
Talking of comebacks, I mean Tianba, what a resurgence today. They have done themselves so proud, and I am so pleased with the fact that they've been able to dig so deep today and put so many points back on the board. They're in 6th place right now with 4 players on 1 player alive. There's a real chance they could jump up into that 5th place and take that spot away from them. As Enigma Galaxy do go down. They are out 7th place right now. Pretty likely that they drop down further with both Flash and Furia behind them.
It's going to be interesting to see. Here we go.
Dono smash team
versus
nice ADS.
The biggest fight in this tournament could be happening right now. Nongshim Red Force do have the high ground though, so they should be able to get this res.
But they will. They put 2 players out there. It goes away from this position.
Aurora versus Alula.
4 thrives do finally fall. They will go out. But again, very
Furia charging मार देगी. जैसे ये फाइट खत्म होगी, थर्ड पार्टी
happy to see them
Furia
here,
कैन से आएगा.
hoping to see them again. Meanwhile, whilst Nongshim and Irina have their standoff, Aurora have their challenges on the other side of the circle. Alola, who spoiled the day for our 2 teams that could do it last time, now have Aurora to battle off against. They're a little bit pressured.
Nice
another knock comes on through.
अभी Furia फिट पड़ेगी and घुस जाएगी.
Will not be in the fight. 2
तो
players
chicken
for
के लिए
Aurora to
निकली.
get rid of before they could own these East
But
Hills.
on पे पोजी अच्छी है, वो chicken के लिए
some
खेल
knocks
सकती
on the Alula, but at the same time they're saying thank you Alula for that last game. Oh man,
very true.
Did you save us? Because that could have been over just like that. But Aurora, this could have been the opportunity for them. It is looking pretty good. They still have, they're the only team in the top 4 with all 4 players up. And that's good, solid position in this next zone. Can't afford to lose a single player. They catch claws out. And that's another point on the board.
Nongshim.
Nongshim in trouble. That's Tizzy done. They're down to 2.
One of their strongest players now out of the mix, and that is going to leave just Yunbin and XZY to try and put as many points on the board as they can.
NSK दो ही
But
रहेगी.
they are
NSK भी
dwindling.
chance नहीं है.
The fire
Zone आ जाती
is being
मरेगी.
blown, is being blustered, leaning this way and that, started to look threadbare.
Oh, the fire starting to look like embers here. It's not looking good for the side of Nongshim Red Force. Losing Tizzy is a huge loss. We saw it earlier on the desk. This was
Aurora में पूरा chance है, क्या convert मारने का.
Now it's up to none other than Hyunbin though, and XZY, still 2 massive players. They just want to put some points up on the board, but even then, that might not be enough, because Aurora are still there. They can surpass them. XZY with the drive, trying to survive here, find any place in this circle. He finds a smoke, gonna have to hit the deck, and he holds on for now, but everybody is looking in this direction.
This 2-2 split from Furia, I'm starting to question it now. I feel like the time is right for a regroup, but they think otherwise. A 2-2 split of this magnitude is so vulnerable when we get in towards stage 6. Teams are going to look to crash. Aurora on that north side, potentially moving up towards Chief.
Aurora ने अच्छा
on
zone
that
ले
edge
रखे
of the circle on the northern side. Arena also now marshalling their forces. I said these roads can act like rivers.
ये ने भी
Let's see
4
if
पॉइंट
they've got that
निकालने
paddle.
ये का वैसा चांस नहीं है चिकन ही चांस है
The
ये को
Arena
जिता
are
सकते
putting up points in the final game. They are making some noise here. They've got 4 eliminations. They're still rocking a trio. Joker starting to keep his eye on Team Flash. Looks like the fight might be imminent here. But Team Flash got to decide what they're going to do. Joker's going to have an angle, and he's going to tell his teammates, hey, look, these teams are right here. Let's start taking some shots. Bose is on the back line, though. That's going to be the biggest threat for Arena.
Trying to get a little bit further forward, but Mormon's been spotted. There are only 3 players, remember. A move back up to the top of the hill there.
Interesting.
To re-bolster the position for Bose, maybe grab him on the vehicle, a run out on the other side, potentially what they're thinking about, but they're up to the road. They have to move further.
Nice shots from Joker, though, to be able to buy some time against Team
Left or right?
Vitality, because Team Vitality are now looking in this direction. The zone is away from them. This is stage 6. They cannot afford to eat any blue zone here, but they may have to. There's no choice. So many shots are ringing in this direction, and they do not have their position locked down in this next circle.
लॉक करो
Absolutely not.
क्यूटीज हो गया ये क्या कर
Really
रहे
a
हैं
lot of tenuous positions, and Fury are finally now looking to go for their regroup down to their south. You can see that northern side starting to make that mad dash across. Aurora could potentially cut through it. They don't actually manage to go all the way, but Reefus spots it, gets that knock. They have to get out of the vehicle, and this is exactly what I was worried about for Furia. They held their 2-2 split too long, and now they might be in the boiling, baking deserts of Miramar. But they are out in the cold. Chief now a lone ranger on the position. And Aurora all too happy to slug that point away, get themselves closer and closer to the top.
All too happy and looking all too solid right now. Aurora are looking dangerous. The whole lobby needs to be put on notice. The airburst, Chief.
फ्यूरिया पे जा रहे हैं अभी अरोरा फ्यूरिया पे जा रही है
S2G, you can see him. They are hoping and praying here.
Oy,
Chief's
oy,
on
oy,
fire,
oy, oy,
and
oy,
that's going to be him down.
Aurora
Another
जीत रही है
point for the side of Aurora Gaming.
They haven't confirmed it yet, but finally the flames lick too hot, and he will fall. Ayala and Igor's.
अरोरा पे पूरा चांस है
That's it was just they held that split way too long. They didn't go for that regroup in time, and they had paid the price for it. It could be quite an expensive one as well, given where they are on the tables in 9th place. They had a real opportunity to jump up fairly high and get things going, but the southwest side
I
now
love chat
dudes,
call
is
रहा हूँ
looking
सिर्फ हाथ
pretty
सुनने
hot.
चाहिए अपने
Arena
दोनों
could
टीम के लिए
potentially get involved here if Flash, Horror,
ठीक
and
है
Nongshim Red
ओनली
Force
हाथ
have
डब्ल्यूज कर दो
that
दोनों टीम के
scrap.
लिए
They're going to have
लड़
to.
क्या रहे
I'm
आपस
tell you
में
one
लड़
thing
रहे
here,
पागलों
folks.
की
This
तरह
is where Aurora Gaming work their best. With the zone to their backs. Nobody behind them. Only needing to focus forward and start putting some points on the board. Looks like Hyunbin's going to get one, though. The duo of Nongshim Red Force still not out of this one just yet.
NS पूरा
They
ट्रायड तो
haven't
कर
hit
रही
the
है
deck, though. Buy some time. Can he at least get that confirmation?
NS पूरा ट्रायड कर रही
He does have 2 eliminations so far, but shots ringing out in every direction. It's not looking good here for Nongshim.
Oh, it is
NS को और
Going
चाहिए
to
6
be-
पॉइंट सेफ होने के लिए
a tough time for them, but they are much more central than a lot of other teams, and these South Hills will need to conclude. Quite inaccessible, but
अरोरा का एक नॉक हुआ
bullets keeping him suppressed.
हाय
And
हाय
they said, "Why
हाय
go
ये
down?" So close. And if Nongshim fall, S2G are going to be a little bit safer. But with Aurora taking a knock,
अरोरा का और एक नॉक हो गया
the last player alive from it, a second as well. 2 players down from
आपको ऐसा ना हो कि ये
Is
लोग
it
मर
all
मुर
coming
के
crashing down around their ears?
S2G जीत जाए
They are outside of the zone now as it's shifted. They got 30 seconds on the clock to get these reses going and to be able to
Vitality
support their
push कर
teammates.
रही है
But Team Vitality are looking in this direction. They got nothing to lose at this point. And they are looking straight at them. Can Aurora get these reses? They're
Aurora ने
desperate. They're
reset हो रही
moving
है,
as
reset हो रही
fast
है,
as they
team reset
possibly
हो रही
can.
है
20 seconds on the clock now. And it looks like they just might do it. When it comes to Nongshim Red Force, though, it's up to one
को Vitality
single
को मारना ही
player,
पड़ेगा वो
and
चांस
it's
नहीं है
none other
ये
than
फाइट लेना पड़ेगा
Hyunbin.
He needs a Herculean effort to do it. Aurora.
नहीं डॉग तो साइड से खाएगा
Oh no! Dark is down. Top is low. Seoul needs to anchor for them, but he's fallen too. And Aurora
नहीं
are
यार
crumbling.
Top goes down. It's down to one single player for Aurora Gaming to make this happen.
NSB मर गई.
Are out. One player from Aurora, 3 from E Arena, and S2G trying
Bro,
to
S2G.
hold on. It's up to Reefus all by himself. They're looking in his direction.
Nine.
Shut up. That's his it. He's got to get the shots.
Oh, it's so close. He gets the spray. And there goes the other with the
Fuck.
Reefus is down. And now it's only E Arena who can take it away from S2G. They need a chicken dinner, but down is Joker. They have to hold the middle because they are in the center.
Oh, and you could see S2G the third at an all-time high. E Arena, though, on the move. Full lay down. It's down to the duo.
Is this S2G जो लेके जा रही
They
है
have
trophy?
137 points right now. This is going to be very difficult for them, but this duo is still alive. If they somehow steal this win,
क्या ये
it's
trophy
tournament
S2G
over,
के नाम की लिखी
and
हुई
E
है?
Arena will win a world title for Thailand.
But it's looking much more likely that Turkey will be able to take that global stage by storm. At the top of the tables right now, S2G denied their chicken dinners, but will still eat hearty tonight if E Arena fall by the wayside.
Only ये
here.
जो है वो ले जा सकती
They
है.
started the day
Chicken
at the
dinner.
top of the pile.
ये को सिर्फ चिकन लेना है.
Slowly whittled down with 2 players left.
30K.
30K goes
Ignore,
low, but
ignore.
stays up for a moment longer. And these elims are getting away. They are just slowly creeping down. And E Arena are low.
ये
Down
क्या knock हो
goes
गया?
Norman for S2G. It's only 30K who can take it away from them. And he is in the fight.
The crowd is excited. They're on their feet. S2G making some noise here.
ये अकेला बंदा है जो ट्रॉफी ले आ सकते हैं मीटिंग के लिए.
Turny K that is in the way of a world
Ah!
championship. And that is it. That is
S2G
it.
लेके गई ट्रॉफी.
Your Pubg
Bro,
Mobile World Cup.
क्या
and
tournament है?
eSports World Cup 2026 champions.
S2G winner. बाप रे बाप.
The Titans from Turkey will reign supreme in Paris. They will take
Bro,
that trophy.
कहाँ से क्या
They
गया
will
ये
bring
गेम?
it back.
फिर भी
And they
S2G
will
लेके जा
hold
रही.
their line. Denied so many times today, but in the final moments, they were able to sit back. I don't
Reaction
think they
देखो,
will
reaction
relax,
देखो.
but they will take the top spot.
2 बार क्लोज है,
They're gonna
तीसरी
go
बार
home
जीत
with
गई.
$500,000 and plenty of time to regrow those nails on their fingers, baby. That is
Bro.
what I'm talking about. Twice they could have won this. You can see the looks on their faces thinking, there's no way. There's no way we lost this tournament. Are you kidding me? But consistency pays off.
They were able to keep it under control. The teams at the top could not go the distance. They did not have the stamina. And Tiamba looking to close this one out, looking like they're in control. And again, what a resurgence from Tiamba in the final day. It's looking like they might take that 5th place just outside of the top spots as they're closing us down.
अब तो कोई भी
But
चिकन
again,
ले, बस वही है
the
कि पैसे
story
ज्यादा मिलेगा. म्यांमार का
it's
चिकन है.
all Turkey, all day, S2G!
विनर्स मार्क किया.
It's S2G, hang on! And
W's.
I'm your champions live here in
भाई
Paris.
किस्मत में लिखा हुआ था इनका.
Man, did they deserve it. Working so hard, game after game.
Very,
Almost
very
winning
ये
it.
नसीब में लिखा हुआ था.
But it's points that hang on, the tears ring out.
ये trophy
Let's
इनके नाम की
take it
लिखी हुई
on
थी.
over to the studio to wrap this one up.
Kamikaze and the rest of the squad just shining when
wrong.
nobody was expecting them to become the champions, Max. Turkey back on top of PUBG Mobile Esports.
It is going to Turkey here right now. Kamikaze lost. HamCG and Solke making history for Turkey once more.
वंस वाला ऑरेंज ही दिया क्या ये?
Solke, since the OG days, is still here delivering performance after performance, and now we'll be lifting that trophy.
And such a calculated decision from them throughout every game. 1 chance down, 2 chance down, but it was enough to take the title home. All every single play from S2G was immaculate.
Fantastic stuff coming in from S2G. Once they do it, twice they do it. They were so close. They get just a little fumble, but finally they don't get the win, but it doesn't matter. S2G are our champions. What a play, what a game, what a day for this squad.
A team that didn't start off too hot in the first day, but boy were they able to bounce back with those wins that they were able to get in the second day, propelling them to the top of the leaderboard and challenging for that first place.
We had so many teams looking so good at the top right. The 4 teams all contesting a spot for the championship to be crowned your champions.
No reaction.
I would have to say S2G, the most improved team going into this event from the group stage, making it right to the finals. And it was close. It was down to the wire. It was a 3-way tie at one point today. But they do take it home. And keep in mind, PMGC later on this year will be happening in Turkey. Will S2G be able to do the international back-to-back?
S2G will be looking to win another trophy back at home, but I think it's time we send it over to Party. I want to see these players lift that trophy and crush some keys.
Yes, that is right, of course. After a nail-biting day 3 of PMWC, your champions are, of course, S2G. I have to ask, that final game, that must have been the longest game of your life. How did that feel? Solkay, I'll ask you, buddy.
Son maç hayatımızın herhalde en uzun maçıydı. Sizin için nasıl hissettirdi? Solkay sana soruyor.
Yani açıkçası biraz şüpheli olduk çünkü rakiplerimizin hepsi yaşıyordu ve hiçbirinin infosu yoktu. Yani bilmiyorum, kaybettik gibi hissettik. Sonra böyle bir rakiplerimiz oyunda ölünce bir acaba mı dedik. Yani şu an bile farkında değiliz, anlamadık. Bu bir zaman sonra fark edecek bir şey. Aramızda öncesinde şampiyon olmuş bir hamsi var. Hepimizin ilk dünya şampiyonluğu. Yani garip hissetti, ölünce kötü hissetti ama şu an çok mutluyuz. Bu kadar.
Of course we felt bad once we died because we knew our biggest rivals are still alive. But then, and we also doubted it, but then like slowly seeing our rivals also like getting eliminated, we started getting hopeful, and it's Hamsiji's second world championship, but it's the first for us and we're very happy about this.
Number 2, second championship. How are you feeling? You feeling good?
Yeah.
He feels good, baby. All right, we've got things to do before we lift that incredible trophy. So follow me. We're going to the Crusher, baby.
Milo can we some W's for Indian teams.
S2G managed to secure the PMWC championship. And with this being at the Esports World Cup, we of course have some additional things to do, like crush 15 of their opponent's keys until their key is the last one left intact. Okay, S2G, we've got some important things to do. Right, step on up, please. Up on here. Okay. Woo. Are we feeling better now? Kamikaze, you okay? He's good, he's good. He's letting it all out. It's great to see. The emotion is great. You've seen this before. You know what's about to happen. Can I please get you, sir, and Kamikaze together? Let's open up this crusher. Let's open the iris. Press that button. Here we go. Here is the crusher. Something special about the Gujrati City Grid is that we get to crush 15 keys at once. So, Solkay, Hamsiji, if you would like to pull on this, not too hard, just like gently, just, you know, feel good. In 3, 2, 1. Wave goodbye. How did that feel?
It's so good.
So good. Right, one final thing. That's better, isn't it? One final thing that we'd like to do before we send you down to lift that trophy is to invite the keymaster, Jacob. We'd like to invite him onto the stage to hand you your key, the last remaining key intact for PMWC. Jacob, come on over here, buddy. Kamikaze, if you could take your key, that is your S2G esports key at the Esports World Cup. Okay, so now what I would like you to do, I would like you to walk down the Gujrati City Grid. I would like you to raise that trophy and cement your legacy as the champions of PMWC at the EWC 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your champions, S2G Esports!
बढ़िया खेले S2G.
Ladies and gentlemen, your PMWC
World champions
at the 2026 Esports World Cup S2G!
भारी है भारी।
आपको भी कोई रिंग बहुत पसंद आई है बट वो आपके फिंगर में लूज हो रही है,
इनके ओनर लग रहे। कोच अच्छा कोच है भाई, मेहनत पूरी सबकी है। एक मोमेंट ऐसा अपने को भी चाहिए भाई, इस साल नहीं बड़ा अगले साल जरूर एक मोमेंट ऐसा चाहिए।
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Kalaris, who is standing by with our Sony Tournament MVP.
Yes, that's right. Thank you very much, Barney. Of course, we are with our tournament MVP. After PMMI MVP, we now have the Pmwc MVP in QZZ. Make welcome on, of course, the award here. 2 times MVP on international stages recently. QZZ, congratulations here at Pmwc.
Nice, nice, nice. Yanba.
Okay. This is fun, isn't it? This is good. Okay, let's have another chat. Let's have another quick chat.
And maybe
competing with these teammates, experiencing all of this, going through the training. Okay, we're shaking hands. All right, buddy, how's it going? The training, the experience, everything. What does it mean? Like, what do you want to say? How proud are you of each other right now?
We just renkli bir team, over-focus all the time for team play, and we did it. We've been champion. We are so happy now.
I can imagine. I can see it on your faces. I can see it on the owner as well, of course. Congratulations, what an unbelievable performance. I'd like you all to lift this trophy one more time, and you'll cement your legacy at the 2026 Esports World Cup. And so, are you guys ready? You ready? You're ready. They're ready. And so, ladies and gentlemen, your champions of PMWC at the 2026 Esports World Cup, S2G Esports!
WWW. Bro, world champion. पावर को कितने किल चाहिए थे MVP के लिए?
It started off last year for S2G
बहुत
when they
close
weren't
था,
able
power
to
बहुत close था
qualify
भाई.
to PMWC
उसने मारा है,
and
पूरे tournament मारा है.
EWC 25, and they were spamming everywhere
4-5 kill के
hashtag invite
nearby में
S2G.
ही
But the
होगा
thing
power.
is that here at EWC, nothing is given. Everything is earned, and these are your champions.
Legacy for themselves. Of course, you're looking at HamCG. He's won in the past, PMGC 2022. Even earlier, the World League West won by Sulking with Footballist, and that's their second trophy and the very first for Kamikaze and Lost. They should be proud of what they've achieved here today in Paris.
WWS W's भाई जीत गए फाइनली. एक विनर अपने सामने आ चुका है, बट इस साल नहीं तो अगले साल जरूर टीम इंडिया आएगी और ये लेके जाएगी, चाहे कोई भी है इंडिया में से. बट ये एक मूवमेंट चाहिए भाई. इस साल सीख के गए, अगले साल फॉर श्योर, अगले साल फॉर श्योर. अच्छा ट्राई किया गॉड लाइक एंड ओजी ने, एंड तक लड़े, वो मेन था.
Thank you to the support. What a performance. Incredible work, Trav. Brilliant from S2G. Absolutely. What a performance.
कहाँ की टीम है टर्की की?
In the dying seconds. Congratulations, guys. Make your way over here.
PMGC बाइक की अभी तो यार बैक टू बैक मिलेंगी भाई. अब मौके देखो, शुरू हुआ है, गेट खुला है, दरवाजा खुला है अपनी इंडियन टीम्स के लिए. तो अभी क्या है कि नॉन स्टॉप टूर्नामेंट्स आते रहेंगे, स्लॉट्स मिलते रहेंगे, क्वालिफाई करो, फाइनल्स खेलो एंड जीतो. अब वैसा वाला सीन हो जाएगा क्योंकि अभी दरवाजे खुल चुके हैं. बीच में क्या था कि पूरे बंद हो गए थे, बट होपफुली भाई अगली बार और क्लोज जाए और क्लोज जाए और क्लोज जाए, एंड वन डे फॉर श्योर झंडा लहरा के आए अपना. भाई मजा आया भाई, ऑल ओवर. इट वाज फन हैविंग वॉच पार्टी, डूइंग वॉच पार्टी. साउंड करे क्या? एस्ट्रोजी का नाम भी लिख लिया, लग गया इनका टैग, लग गया पबजी मोबाइल पे. W's I guess this is the end. ये एंड आ चुका है, ये एंड आ चुका है कि अपने को विनर्स मिल चुके हैं, एमवीपी मिल चुका है, एंड आई डोंट थिंक अभी कुछ रहा है इसके अंदर. अपनी टीम्स ने कितने पे एंड किया? 12 एंड 14. चलो बढ़िया है, बढ़िया बढ़िया है. अगली बार भाई करेंगे, इससे और अच्छा करेंगे, एंड मजा आएगा. अगली बार और मजा आएगा. इस बार और थोड़ा ग्राइंड होगा, सॉरी अगली बार और ज्यादा ग्राइंड होगा, एंड और ज्यादा टाइम देंगे ग्लोबल लॉबीज में. तो करेंगे, डोमिनेट करेंगे. देखो गन पावर में तो है, मार तो रही, बट कहीं ना कहीं सोलो सोलो पिक ऑफ ये वो ज्यादा हो गया. फाइनल्स में, ग्रुप स्टेजेस में बहुत बढ़िया था, दोनों टीम्स का फ्लो बहुत तगड़ा था, बट फाइनल्स में पिक ऑफ अपन अकेले अकेले ज्यादा हुए. बट चलो अभी जो होना था वो हो गया. बेटर लक नेक्स्ट टाइम, एंड एक बार डब्ल्यूज हो जाए अपने गॉड लाइक एंड ओजी के लिए. उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा ट्राई किया, उन्होंने अपना 100% दिया, एंड मजा आया, मजा आया. एस्पा ब्रॉडकास्ट देखो, क्या बात कर रहे, कुछ डाला है क्या? अरे यार कुछ भी डालते हैं, ये कुछ भी डालते हैं, छोड़ो इसको, कुछ भी डालते हैं ये. ब्रो इस बार नहीं तो अगली बार यार, ये क्या शेम वेम, कोई शेम नहीं है भाई, अच्छा अच्छे के लिए, वो बहुत बहुत प्यारे के लिए भाई, सीधा फाइनल्स गए, वो बहुत बड़ी बात है भाई, ना ये लॉबी का एक्सपीरियंस ना कुछ, पहली बार भाई पावर गया है इंटरनेशनल, ऐसा लिख रहे हैं यार, नहीं यार नहीं।